Welcome back to my channel, and let's tune into tarot for the month of May 2021 for anyone with a sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Virgo. Hopefully this reading resonates with you. So I did get a new, oh, by the way, I'm at my parents' house in the country, so different setting. I told them I was going to be working on some YouTube videos while I was here visiting, but I also got a new oracle deck, and I have not worked with much in the way of oracle decks. I've kind of been purely tarot for the last 2 years, but I got the Shaman's Dream Oracle, so I did pull a few cards for this reading with that deck. And the first card I pulled actually is kind of just, I wanted to pull an overarching theme for the month of May for Virgos. And so the card that I pulled was the Beloved, which it says radical acceptance. So certainly this can have to do with love and feeling passionately in love, but it doesn't have to be like human to human love. It can be love or passion within your career or a hobby or with your children or pets or whatever, wherever you're putting your energy. It's about removing the guardedness, removing the walls, and just purely being present and loving fully and fiercely and deeply. And personally, I've been getting sort of like loving deeply, but with a sense of detachment almost. I don't know if that really resonates with any of you, but still, it's just, enjoying the pleasure of the ride, enjoying the experience fully, and not protecting yourself from any future outcomes, maybe, of what you might be holding on to. That's sort of what I'm getting with this card. So that's the first card, I guess, or sort of the overarching theme. And then to get into the tarot. So for the first week, I pulled the Seven of Pentacles. And so this card is all about finding or seeing the results within your investments or within your business or your side hustles. You're seeing a lot of good, like kind of manifestation and material gains. You're seeing your vision come to fruition and just feeling very successful and productive. And obviously there's some good income streams coming in as well, it seems, with this card. The second card I pulled for the second week, I guess, is the King of Wands. And this is a character that tends to be a fire sign, so Aries, Sag, Leo, and but it doesn't have to be. But it tends to be a character that is very leadership oriented, who sort of oversees the business operations, or he's a manager of a team, and possibly even like overseeing the production of whatever it is you're working on in the first week. But it's the King of Wands is very good at enlisting help or hiring or delegating activities to others, because he's not as much of a doer. He's more of a visionary and kind of sees what he wants to accomplish and is able to kind of plan that out and achieve it. But he's not the one putting in all the work and effort into each individual task. So this might be a call to hire people to help you achieve what it is you want in your business or your hobby or your side hustle. Like if you're building a website and you need help with that, maybe hire someone to do that versus doing it yourself, or whatever it might be, whatever tasks you're dealing with. This might be an indication that it's a good idea to find others to take care of that rather than you, because maybe you don't have the knowledge to take care of that task, you don't have the desire, or you don't have the time. So it is a good idea or a good option to just hire it out to others if you can. So that might be coming in the second week. And then the third week, we have the Nine of Cups. And this is sometimes referred to as a like make-a-wish card, because you're feeling lucky. You're feeling very balanced. You're feeling emotionally balanced, emotionally supported, well-loved, liked by many. You might be the center of attention. I sort of see this card as like having a lot of romantic suitors or options, possibly. And so you're kind of like sitting pretty with all this support, and almost it can be a card of fame and a lot of people with like eyes on you. But I can see with kind of, you know, his stance kind of with his back to the cups, almost like if this is the idea of having a lot of romantic suitors available, that you're maybe not so interested in them, or none of them are really like calling to your heart. So, but still enjoy the process with the beloved, like enjoy the ride, right? It doesn't have to be like this whole big ordeal, but just enjoy the passion and the flurry of emotions that may arise with that kind of engagement. Now, in the last week of the month, we have the Queen of Cups reversed. So possibly you might be feeling drained from all the attention, I guess. Let's see, I might shift these over. I know my setup's a little wonky because I'm not in my normal scene. So yeah, you might be feeling drained, emotionally drained, possibly from all the attention you're getting, or if you're engaging with a lot of different people, possibly there's some element of it not being reciprocated, or maybe there's someone you are fond of or have fond feelings for that is not reciprocating that. But in any case, at the end of the month, you might be feeling a bit drained, is what it's looking like, or just you may be a little emotional too, after feeling emotionally like balanced, and then the very last week maybe that takes a turn a bit. And then I actually had 2 cards that fell out of the deck when I was shuffling for the 4th week, so I flipped both of them over, and the last card then is the 2 of Swords, which has to do with being at a crossroads and having to make a decision and not really being able to see clearly what decision will be the best option. She has a blindfold on, and so again, you're not really able to see clearly. Her arms are crossed in front of her, so I feel like she's not even open to the possibilities of maybe there's more than going this way or that way. Maybe there are more options. She's just not open and aware of the other possibilities. So maybe some more research is more research maybe, more like just being open to the possibilities, because this card can have to do with overthinking, and overthinking to the point of stagnation. And so it's kind of this idea of like, make a decision. It doesn't matter really which one, but making a decision is better than not making a decision and just being stuck. So it might be a decision about a love interest, maybe this love interest that is not feeling reciprocal. It could be a decision about, whether or not you decide to date multiple people or narrow it down and just see one person, or, something along those lines. But definitely there's some kind of decision coming up in the last week. So I ended up pulling some oracle cards to help lend some insight on like what decision this has to do with, or what themes might be playing out within this decision, and any insights that can help in making a decision. So bear with me, because I'm new to this deck and I'm new to oracle cards, so I'm having maybe a little trouble reading them. But the first card that I picked, as far as what this decision is regarding, I got the Dragon's Hoard, and it talks to, it says protecting the future. So this decision definitely has to do with something that will be pivotal for your future path. And the dragon here in the picture does have these keys hanging down beneath the dragon. So I feel like whatever path you choose, maybe one of those paths has to do with or holds a key to unlocking an aspect of you that is integral for your growth, or unlocking an opportunity, or unlocking your consciousness or your awareness, or unlocking a perspective of some kind. But I also sense that with the dragon, personally, I find dragons to be a bit threatening or scary, even though this particular dragon is very kind of serene and beautiful looking. I almost feel like the key, or the path that might hold the key to unlocking this opportunity, is cloaked in sort of this threatening energy, or this scary energy, or it feels like there's this fear factor that you need to break through in order to access the key to unlock the door to whatever it is that is beyond that. So let me check real quick the guidebook, because I want to see what other information might be relevant. So protecting the future, it's about legacy, so your future legacy, and it talks about inheritance, and that what we gain or hoard is actually belongs to our grandchildren. So we don't take any of these things with us. It's left here. And so let's see, how is that relevant? I don't know. But let's just go with the key thing, with the keys. It's like there's some kind of key that will unlock a door, or unlock an opportunity, or unlock something within you that allows you to access different parts of your being that are beneficial for your growth. So one option might have to do with that, or one part of the decision might have to do with that. I'll just put that here and see if it stays. Okay. And then I pulled another card. This is the Covenant, Sacred Contract. So when we come into this, to each lifetime, often in spiritual communities, they speak of coming in with a soul contract. And so maybe whatever decision you're making has to do with putting you on the path that will allow you to fulfill that soul contract. And also, I'm sort of getting the vibe of like maybe there's a karmic contract coming to a close right now, and a new contract beginning. Also, at the end of May, we do have Mercury going retrograde, I believe, or possibly we're in a shadow period at the end of May, but I'm pretty sure Mercury's going retrograde towards the end of May. So anytime you're dealing with a contract, if you are towards the end of the month, always read the fine print and make sure that you're you're kind of laying all your cards on the table, you're being completely transparent, or whoever you're dealing with is being transparent, because there's an indication here that you want to read the fine print. So maybe take that with you into your decision making. And then actually, let me quickly read the guidebook for Covenant, which is 7. So commitment, sacred contract, the greater good. Yeah, so you might be bringing a karmic contract to a close, possibly a karmic relationship. I think I already said that. You are being invited by the universe to enter into a sacred contract. Call on spirit. So we can ask spirit for assistance if we're feeling like we can't see clearly. So just, ask for assistance from your guides, from spirit, in allowing you to see more clearly the best option for your highest good. Read the fine print. When shadow elements. So I think that's all I want to say with that card. And then the third card that I pulled was Spirit of the River, movement toward adventure. And this card is about going with the flow. And it's also about enjoying the journey. So just like the Beloved card in the beginning, about just fully being present and enjoying the experience and the pleasure, and not putting up those guards or the protection, just fully embracing the experience of love. I think this is sort of also speaking to that. It's, you know, not focusing on the bad or fixing a problem. It's focusing on the good within that experience, and certainly focusing on the outcome that you want, but also believing in that outcome and believing that, believing that what you want to manifest is already in existence. It's already here. You're already feeling it. You're vibing it. And so, yes, I know this is not the same. Okay, is Mercury retrograde already? But anyways, Spirit of the River. So enjoy the journey. Let me just look up real quick the guidebook. Allowing and trusting the current. So trusting where the flow is taking you, not resisting, not working too hard, and just trusting in the flow and trusting in spirit. Yeah. I think hopefully that will help you in making your decision at the end of the month, whatever it might be. Okay. And we'll bring this to a close on that note. Thanks again for tuning in, and please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys next month.